And welcome back to our regularly scheduled event for tonight, even though we are several seconds late due to an error. I'm the Beebs.
My name's the Cab.
St. Joe in the hizzy.
You know, it's nice to know that when you send out a link and invite people to come be part of your show, that they respond.
Did we get any responses?
No.
No
Nobody even
responses.
thumbs up, no hearts, no reposts. I reposted it. But yeah, nobody.
Just like
Well,
the commenters.
Just like our comments.
I will say this about it. Okay, and I don't know.
Oh my gosh!
Oh,
Just as you said something.
Man. Oh shit.
Just as
somebody got
you
a hold of
said
Mike.
it.
Yeah. All right. Hang on. What up?
What do you want?
What are you talking about? What do I want? You called me, motherfucker.
Texting me. This isn't directed at you, Keb. This
Okay.
is directed at the Beebs.
Hey,
He texted me a
Sumner,
link.
everything's directed at me, man. Everything. The
Shut up,
Braves suck.
Keb. That's enough out
Florida.
of you.
Florida sucks.
Oh,
Yeah.
so we're getting into the Braves.
We invited everybody that we know onto the show to talk about their favorite sports team and why their sports team is the best.
Well,
That
Keb can't
sucks
talk about
because all of
anything
my
tonight.
Sports teams are ass right now.
Well, make a case for one of your sports teams.
Do they have sports teams in
M-
Wyoming?
And it doesn't just have to be like right now. Just why are they good overall?
Because we have good team spirit. Now, what the hell do you want me to say? The Broncos are a dumpster fire. The Rockies are right there with them. The Spurs are also dumpster fire. Manchester United's up in flames. What the hell do you want me to be positive about?
I think you should be positive about Denver.
I thought Bo Nix looked good.
You look
I
really
think Bo
good.
Nix is going to be good. I think he is going to be a very Drew Brees type quarterback, but we'll see. You know,
Once
we've been
they're
saying
done-
it for years.
Once they're done eating all that money they ate on Russell Wilson, I think they're going to be all right. I think. I
Yeah,
really
we'll
do.
see.
At least they're happy they didn't draft J.J. McCarthy.
Yeah, Mr. Knee surgery. I just saw that. That sucks.
What happened to him?
Speedy recovery
What did
for
I
him.
miss?
He stepped
got
on a
a
Lego
torn
in the middle of the
meniscus.
night.
Oh dang!
Yeah,
Yeah.
he out for a second.
Man, I feel
Yeah.
like I need to
Sam
go
Darnold.
and go into my studio if we're going to keep talking like this.
You should.
Gosh,
You have the
email
link?
me the link.
I'll email it to you. Why not?
Yeah. Sam Darnold's going to be the starting quarterback for the Vikings now.
So the Vikings are out.
Yeah, Vikings are
Vikings
done.
are out. Yeah.
Vikings
Okay.
are done.
So the Bears are out. The Vikings are out. The Lions
The
win.
Bears are out.
The Bears aren't beating the Lions, dog.
The Bears are not okay.
Super Bowl. I'm on the Caleb Williams.
You know that
bus
they
now.
just lost their running back, right? Jameer Gibbs is gone. He tore an ACL. Right?
Yeah. There's injuries that are happening all over in preseason. It's going to be ridiculous, and yeah, we're going to see a lot of different things that are happening. But
Well,
Yeah.
before he comes back, how about them damn Jacksonville Jaguars taking it to the Super Bowl
Yeah.
champion Kansas City Chiefs? And you can
Yeah.
say what you will, but our ones beat their ones.
yeah, they did the first drive. They did well. They did the number ones did
Yeah,
good.
they scored. They scored. That's all you can ask.
Yeah, I mean,
You know.
production is production.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you this: I think the person to watch that I will look most, or be most interested to see is the kicker. That
Yeah.
kid has a leg.
Oh yeah.
I mean, he was putting 65 yarders in practice without a problem, and
Who is this
Yeah.
kicker? What's his
he's
name?
a soccer player.
Yeah. Well, he was in Denver,
Yeah.
right? Yeah,
Yeah.
he was in Denver, and we signed him as a free agent. He literally kicked a 63-yarder, and it was just a little to the left, but it would have been good from like 68.
Oh, easy. It had the distance. There was no problem. It hooked hard at the end. He's just got to learn, a little bit about the hook, but it had more than enough distance.
Yeah. And I was watching it, out of town, and with a bunch of people who don't care for the Jags, and they're impressed by, because we were the only team so far in the NFL preseason to kind of figure out the kickoff.
Yep.
'Cause
100%.
we had two really good returns, and Doug Peterson called the Chiefs on the guy for the Chiefs. He was out of the end zone on the 1 yard line.
Mhm.
The ball drops. He steps back. The ball's on the 1 yard line. He steps back into the end zone, grabs the ball, and kneels it down. I'm sorry, that's a safety.
Yep.
And they called it a touchback. And Doug Peterson's like, "Look, motherfuckers." And he went over there, and they finally called it a safety. But it's this kickoff, which is a variation of the XFL.
Right.
And that
What do you guys think about that anyway? I mean,
it makes the kickoff relevant.
Right.
Yeah.
What's going to happen is somebody's going to bust through 3 times a game, and they're just going to wind up doing what they always do, kick it to the end zone.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, but it doesn't matter if they kick it in the end zone anymore. The ball's live no matter what.
Yeah,
So-
through the end zone.
Like all the way out.
Correct.
Yeah,
Correct.
through the end zone. And I think there's some rule that at some point it goes to the 20, and some point it goes to the 30.
Yes.
It's different. It's not the 20.
Can't you call for a fair catch like in between
No.
the 10 and the not anymore? Is that a thing that, or is
There's
that
no-
called?
because
fair
nobody
catch.
nobody can move until the ball is touched.
Right.
Yeah,
that's what she said.
So there's two. Nice.
And
Yeah,
here's
so-
the other thing. If you want to do an onside kick, you have to
Announce it.
tell that you're
Yeah.
going to do an onside kick.
Didn't they change it too to where you can only do onside kicks to where if you're,
you're
trailing,
behind. Yeah.
Yep.
which
Only
is
if you're
just
behind. Yeah.
that's just wild.
Yep. Yep. So you
And-
can't do a
and it-
surprise on kind
Yeah,
of
but-
onside
but-
kick.
You wouldn't think
And
we were in
also-
America, free to do whatever you want, but for heaven's sake.
Also, if you're like the Bears and you're down 49-0 in the first quarter, you can't do it then too. It has to be in the fourth quarter.
Hey, you brought up the Bears. Okay,
Oh, boy.
listen up. Listen up. Okay. I
Yeah.
want to know. I want to know, St. Joe, because I saw the highlights from Caleb Williams,
Yeah.
and he looked pretty dang good.
He did. I mean, the first series, he stayed in a little bit longer than he probably should have, but he looked good. And I mean, he's got the receiving core.
Now, I'm going to
we'll
add
see.
this. I'm going to add this because I feel like he looks a lot like. Oh, what was the quarterback they just had?
Justin Fields.
Justin Fields.
He looks a lot like Justin Fields.
He looks
just
so-
like him.
He looks a lot like Justin Fields, except Caleb Williams is a little bit more of a pocket quarterback.
That's true. Yeah.
And the big thing that the Bears did, which ironically, if they would have done for Fields, it would have been very good, is that they bolstered up their offensive line. And, so they actually gave Williams a pocket. And, when you have a pocket quarterback, somewhat, although he did run, and if you watch Hard Knocks, which I haven't watched, I probably will at some point because they're there.
You're not missing.
No, but they
Yeah.
did slip and slide. They brought out a slip and slide, and they taught him how to actually slide, which is actually kind of smart. When he runs, he actually kind of slides like you would on that. You're not going to get hurt. The idea is like that, but if somebody's going to hit you, they're going to hit you anyway. But it's good. I think the difference that I saw from there is that he made better calls, like to throw it away. He didn't try to make the plays. So we'll see. Maybe his intelligence was a little bit more to say, okay, I'm not going to force it. I'm not going to do things, but he did good.
I have a question for our guest really quick.
Hello.
Okay. Hey, Sumner.
Yes,
Have you watched The Acolyte?
I have.
Okay. What are your thoughts in a word?
One word.
One word.
Do I have to?
A long pause, friend.
Yeah.
Does that
Yeah.
say enough? Do I have to?
Okay. Follow up question: have you seen Deadpool and Wolverine?
Yeah, it was amazing.
Okay. At least we can agree on that.
Oh, you like the Acolyte?
I
Interesting.
did. Yes. Yeah.
Interesting.
I thought I like different. So I don't like
Yeah.
fan service. So big fan of Andor. Big fan of the Last Jedi.
So see, I'm all for what you're saying.
Yeah.
I try to break shows down by purely the tactics. The acting seemed forced, the writing seemed forced. Like I thought a lot of the stuff they were doing was really cool, but
Yeah.
for me it was just like it just wasn't good in that sense compared to Andor, where the writing was great, the acting was great. Because I agree, like let's see some new stuff, you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
But anyways,
So,
Yeah.
Okay. Question about the Denver Broncos. Sorry,
Okay.
Saint
wait,
John.
wait.
It's just-
I have a question.
Okay.
What's the Acolyte?
Okay, so it's a show that's really above your intelligence level.
I don't know. I
Yeah.
mean,
So don't fucking bring it here, okay? That's like saying, "How are the Braves doing?" You want to get me going? You're talking about two things that
hey,
I want.
mean, I was in Colorado this past weekend. I watched the Braves pull that back on Saturday night. So
Did you
thank
watch
God
them
you
lose
did-
like 17-0 the other? couple
yeah,
weeks ago?
I saw that one too. Though I might
It
be
was-
seeing
it was
them next
16 to
Friday.
7, asshole. Okay. Then we scored 7 runs, so your pitching sucks too. Just our
Dude.
pitching sucks more.
It was
How's
a battle. Battle of
how's
the
Acuna doing this year?
Hey, I want
White
to bring this up because everybody hates the Yankees, right?
Yeah.
They lost to the White Sox like 12-2 last night. So
Yikes.
Well,
While we're
on
on baseball, we
Sunday,
should say
the
something about that.
Braves were beating the Rockies, the worst team in Major League Baseball. They were beating the Rockies 8-2, going into the bottom of the 8th motherfucking inning and lost.
I might get a catch
I
another
thought the White
Braves
Sox
game
were the
this
worst
weekend
team.
in LA. So
They're
I'll
playing the
let you-
Angels. Yeah.
yeah, I'll send some pictures to the crew when I
All
get
right.
nosebleeds.
But yet, the last time we played the Phillies, we took 2 or 3 from them. That doesn't make sense.
Can I ask how you guys have a Cy Young? Like Chris Sale might win the Cy Young.
He
Right.
did you see what happened last night?
Yeah.
0-0 into the 10th. Chris Sale
Did
versus
he
Blake
can't get the
Snell.
win for that, can he?
No,
won.
but-
Did he get the
no,
W
Yeah,
vote?
no, he didn't. Iglesias got it.
That's stupid.
And what won it was the, I'm against this because I'm a traditionalist, but the fucking Ghost Runner. I mean, it worked out for us last night, but I hate the fucking Ghost Runner. I mean, it's so bullshit. I mean, but that they don't want like 18-inning games. So I get that, but out in San Fran, the game doesn't start until 9:45. Excuse my language, but I'm going to continue to curse because it's what I do. And
You're in pain, right? You're in pain.
Well, I was
We've already-
on Nailed It the other night, and he didn't let me cuss at all. And
Well, for
and
those
so-
of you who might have listened to that episode, it was well edited. Let's just put it that way.
there was some editing that needed to be done.
It took 5 hours to edit that show.
Beebs is like, how many F's words am I looking for? A lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, but what were you gonna ask about the Broncos?
Okay, so what are your thoughts on Sean Payton so far?
The Bucks got to stop somewhere. I'm someone who thinks that it's going to take a lot to undo all of the crap. I don't think Elway was this god that everyone made him out to be. Elway brought in Peyton Manning. Any organization brings Peyton Manning in, it's going to be goated. I mean, I think he was quoted the other day of saying he completely missed on the draft when he brought Bradley Chubb in, and they should have gone in for Josh Allen. And it's like, that's what everyone else said, you idiot. And so I think Sean Payton is having to, be the bad guy. We shouldn't have coughed up what we did for Russell Wilson. There was a reason,
Steelers are
that
starting
the
to look that racist.
Seahawks got rid of him. And also Denver's been way too impatient with quarterbacks. I mean, we bring guys in, we don't look kind of like what St. Joe just said about the Bears. Man, Justin Fields would have been great with an offensive line. Peyton Manning handpicked Trevor Siemian. He was winning them games. He was the last Broncos quarterback besides Russell Wilson to have a winning season with them. He just needed an offensive line.
Mm-hmm.
So Sean Payton's really being made out to be the bad guy in this case. It's but it's kind of what you have to do to get unfucked,
Mhm.
Yeah.
Mhm. It's
I
hard to
believe that's
go.
the first time I've ever heard you curse.
Well,
Yeah.
and it's
Hey,
hard to go from Sean Payton. It's hard to
No,
go
you're
from
good.
where Sean Payton was with Drew Brees, and then go to Denver where he has nothing.
Mhm.
So, I mean, I get it. I've dealt with the Bears who have had 30 quarterbacks, and then here Green Bay who have had 2, now 3, and be like, how can you have 30 years of quarterbacks and then complain and be like, oh man, we have to start with Jordan Love again and do this? And I'm like, listen, you just had 30 consecutive years of MVP quarterbacks.
Yeah.
I don't want to hear it. We've gone through 32 quarterbacks. It's just like, and now we're starting with Caleb Williams. Yeah, don't give me anything about quarterbacks.
And to justify that trend with the Broncos, I mean, look at who Elway had at quarterback before Peyton Manning. It was Tim Tebow. Love the dude.
Hey.
Love the dude. I love
he
him.
won a playoff game.
Yeah.
He did.
The last,
he did.
The last
won their
game.
last playoff game.
He won a playoff game, absolutely. But the thing is it was a kind of this might work situation, and so everyone heralded. I'm a conspiracy theory guy when it comes to the Broncos. My theory is he brought Peyton Manning in to keep the crowd pacified, win a couple Super Bowls, but never draft a quarterback that could ever replace John Elway as that franchise legend. Like he's always going to have someone just a step below, even though Peyton Manning's numbers, way better. And but that's my crazy conspiracy theory is John Elway was never going to draft a quarterback that could ever surpass his numbers or his legacy with the Broncos.
That's not a bad theory. I mean, I think Bo Nix I think will do fine, but you got to surround a team with him.
Yeah, well, and that division's going to be tough, man. I mean, you're going to be in the shadow of Patrick Mahomes for as long as they can keep that wagon train rolling.
Yep.
And if Justin Herbert works out with old Harbaugh, that's yikes. What a yikes division to be in.
Yeah.
You bring up Jim Harbaugh. I mean, the stuff coming out of Michigan. I mean, can you guys believe this? I mean, like it seems just utter insanity to me, right? I mean, from what I can tell, and what I can gather, it's sign stealing, right? That's what it is.
Yeah.
Essentially.
Yeah.
Everybody does it.
Everybody does it.
Everybody does it. So if
Bill
you're
Belichick does it in the NFL. I mean,
yeah,
you're going to punish one team for it. I mean, and it is a severe punishment. It is not. It is not some light punishment. Basically, Jim Harbaugh cannot coach in college again.
never.
Basically, that is the punishment. He cannot go back to the college game ever. That's the punishment. And I'm asking the reason for the punishment. They have no evidence that he had anything to do with it. So why are we doing this?
You send a message, I think.
Yeah. Set a precedent.
I mean, it wasn't even a recruiting violation.
No.
Right.
I mean, it's a sign stealing violation. And the thing that was described to me was that everybody does exactly what they did.
I think Harbaugh is the perfect villain to make it be like such a big deal. You know what I mean?
I mean, he's not even acknowledging it. Like he doesn't, I mean.
But who cares? Why would he? He got paid like $150 million or whatever from Michigan, and then he left, and he's getting paid even more to coach San Diego. So who cares?
Their new coach he's all messed up with it too. I mean, like it's just a mess. I mean, Michigan's going to be a mess for a while.
Michigan's going to be like SMU, back in the day when they got all the recruiting violations hit and they got wiped off the face of the earth with
No,
all
they
of their
got the
sanctions.
death penalty. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't
And
think
then-
Michigan will get the death penalty. They didn't get the death penalty, but
They'll
Man.
they'll bounce back. SMU's starting to bounce back really hard now. I mean, you're seeing a lot of solid aspects or prospects come out of there. It'll wash over in a couple of years.
yeah. So,
But I mean, Michigan won. So how hard is it going to hit them? I mean,
Well, they're ranked number 10 now.
yeah,
well, they lost their quarterback. They lost their running back. They lost. I mean, I don't know
Defense.
how good their backups, but they had one of the best defensive lines or whatever in the country, and they're all gone. So it's kind of like you got to replace all of them. But a school like that does that. They reload.
sure.
It's almost like, why is Georgia so good all the time? It's because they reload.
Yeah.
But that's because they have money, right?
Yeah.
Because now money's the thing, right?
They're a top tier Big
Right.
Ten school. They always will be. There's always going to be the Ohio State Michigan rival. There's always going to be. They're going to be fine.
I'm going to say
Yeah.
this: it's been fun to watch Ohio State cry the last 2 years.
Yeah, but they're ranked number 2. I mean,
I
they're
know.
always
They're going to be
gonna
good. They're
up
going to be
there.
good.
Ohio State's going to be good, but
Yep.
I mean,
Yeah. We'll know more when the season kicks off. But
Yeah.
I saw Penn State was in the preseason rankings up in the top 10 again.
there's a
which-
lot of Big Ten teams that are up there,
How,
and now
how
with,
about Ole Miss at 6?
Yeah.
Look out for Ole Miss this year. I mean, I tell you, like
They can score, man.
Yeah, I mean, if you can score, you can win. But
There's a
it's
lot.
always the defense, right?
I think next week we should go through. Is it next week we think we should do the college preview?
Yeah, because it starts. We are 13 days away from
Yeah.
from college football.
So I think next week we should probably do the college preview, and then maybe the following week we do the NFL, somewhere around there. But the college preview is going to be interesting because history has shown that it doesn't matter where you start. There's some interesting stats of saying where you finish is. There's some numbers that are very, very interesting on your draft position and where you start and where you finish. It's yeah, there's some numbers that change.
I'm looking at the AP top 25 here, and I don't see Wisconsin on it anywhere.
Not in there, not ranked.
I kinda think they should be, but we'll see.
Neither is Florida.
No,
I think
and
Florida should be
that's-
too, but they're probably
Yeah.
banking on their schedule, right?
Yeah, that's perfectly
Yeah,
fine.
you gotta
That's-
you gotta look at it this way. The Gators, they play number 1 Georgia. Okay, they play Texas. They play Ole Miss. Let's see. They play Florida State. They play Missouri. They play LSU.
That's like the
They
worst.
play.
It's
They
like
play.
the worst.
They play Tennessee.
Those are all
They
top
play
10 teams.
Miami. They play
Oh my-
Miami.
well, not Miami, but
Yeah.
Well, Miami's ranked number 19.
yeah,
Yeah.
maybe next week we'll go through like our favorite teams and like we'll do the how many wins versus how many losses we think they're gonna have, that type of thing.
We're going 0-19.
But
You know,
Yeah, it'll be
So
It's
speaking of-
interesting to see Oregon up at number 3 in there.
they're gonna be good, and I think they win the Big Ten. I think they could win
Really
the Big Ten.
Interesting.
yeah. With the expanded teams that came in, it'll be very interesting to see the Big Ten this year. But
And Washington's in the Big Ten, right? Is that right?
yeah, they are.
yeah.
So I mean, like that's insane. USC's in there now. Granted, I don't think USC is going to be awesome in the Big Ten, but I think that they could make some noise just simply because they're going to have a good offense.
UCLA, and I mean, it's just crazy on who's in the Big Ten now. It's just ridiculous.
So
Yeah.
speaking of crazy numbers, and I'm glad Sumner's here because he's going to understand this. Okay. We're getting ready to. I'm getting ready to talk about a sport y'all don't care about, but I'm getting ready to talk about it because there's some crazy headlines going on. Okay, so, did you guys see the headline about the player from Real Madrid? His name is Vinicius, and there's a headline. Listen, Kev, you're gonna want to know.
Just kidding.
An interesting headline that doesn't really have much to do with soccer other than just money. But
No,
he has a $1 billion buyout clause, which means if another team wants him, they have to pay Real Madrid a $1 billion fee in order to get him. Currently, there's a soccer team from Saudi Arabia with
shocking.
all their they are negotiating a contract with him $392.5 million a year and a buyout to Real Madrid. So we're talking $1.4 billion transaction that could happen this summer. If it happens, it will break soccer in Europe forever. I really believe that if that happens, soccer will be broken. I really do.
Soccer's been broken for a while, man. Like,
But I mean,
this,
like,
this
worse.
will be the nail in the coffin. But I mean, soccer with the crazy transfers, you know, you have a mid-level guy. I mean, to me, it's been, there's, the damage is already done from big Saudi money, big oil money in the sport. And there's, I mean, and that's evidence with Manchester City. You know, I don't know if Joe, Keb, you guys, I don't know how much you do follow soccer, but you know, Man City has, you talk about what just happened with Michigan. You know, Man City has 120 something charges against their club for breaking financial fair play. Like that, you guys want to talk about a potential get?
Well, they're also
obliterated.
owned by Saudi Arabia.
Yeah.
They're owned by the Commonwealth of Saudi Arabia.
What do you? I'm just curious. What do you nickname a team in Saudi Arabia?
Good question.
I mean,
Good question.
I've got an idea. However, I'm not going to say it because I don't want a plane crashing into my house. But what do you nickname a team from Saudi Arabia, St. Joe? What do you think?
Virgins, something to do with 72 virgins, camels, racing horses, very expensive cars. I don't know.
Is this like a joke you're trying to tell, or are you just asking?
No, I'm asking.
No,
I don't
seriously.
know.
I mean, it all has to do with everything. Live. I mean, what is the name of do they just have ownership, or is there an actual team name that they have from Saudi?
So Saudi Arabia in the past couple of years, it's been a
They
lot
have
like
a whole league.
US. Yeah, they have a whole league, and it's a lot like US soccer. They're getting all the older players from Europe to now go, but the difference is the Saudis have the cash to spend on young guys, where the US were just dumb.
So they
Yeah.
literally did start like a live soccer team.
Pretty much.
Essentially, they have a league full of like 20 teams, and each team has $1 billion. I mean, each team just has so much money; it's unbelievable. So they're going. It's literally like royal princes and their playthings trying to figure out how they can make their plaything nicer than the other plaything. Does that make sense?
Nice. Okay.
So, so in essence, you could say it's like the top of competition, but none of the players want to go play there unless they're paid. I mean, crazy amounts of money.
Because it sucks ass to live there.
It kind of sucks to live there because it's so hot all the time. But
for
also
$1 billion, you
just,
could live anywhere.
Also, it's just not a very competitive league because they can't. They have a lot of money, but they don't have enough money to build an entire league that's going to be good. You know, they might have one or two teams that are good, but that's it. You know, so it's kind of where your best players right now are going to retire. You know,
Right. So Ronaldo would go there and say,
Right.
"Okay, I'm done," and go there.
He's already there.
Yeah.
They're paying him a ton of money. I don't even remember what the number was that they were paying him. It's over 500 million.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
But
he is the lead. He is the leader in goals there. And some of his highlights there have still been amazing. But it's like
Sunday league soccer.
Yeah, it's
like
not
the rest
very
of the
good.
guys. It's like you'd pick up from a pub to go form a team.
Right. Where Messi came over here to Miami.
Oh,
Ronaldo went to Saudi Arabia.
The MLS and that Saudi Arabia league are probably pretty close to this as far as competition go.
Gotcha.
Yeah, you know, so I mean, like Messi coming over here and scoring all the goals really doesn't really mean anything to me.
It seems to me. It seems to me that between the three, meaning Europe, Saudi, US, that the Europeans actually care about the quality of the game.
Yes,
right.
They care about
Saudi is money, and US probably just they're getting all the old players because they care about selling tickets.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, they're trying to. I will say that the MLS has gotten much better than they used to be. Like,
Yeah.
they are strides ahead of where they used to be, and eventually it might be a competitive league worldwide, but right now it's like you're playing a third tier, Premier League team. That's really
It's hard with the financial, like, to Brandon's point about the Saudis are kind of ruining it for the US, by making a player worth $1 billion, then no team in the US, because of the financial fair play laws that are in place, that no one has a chance to compete for signing in the
Right.
US. And not only that, but we're just dumb to begin with because we make our young kids have to pay to play.
Well, also the difference, I think, is that Saudi takes its collective money, right? When I say it's collective money, it is the Commonwealth of Saudi Arabia that so all of the money that they have invested from every person who lives there that's the Commonwealth. So everybody who has donated money to this fund, that's where that money goes, and it's every person who lives in Saudi. So they just have inordinate amounts of money. They have more money than anybody on the planet. And
Right.
in fact, we don't even know how much money they have. That's how bad it is. And so it's not fair to the rest of the world. It's sports washing. That's what it is. It's sports washing. And it really,
So is it going to dilute it to the point that it's going to hurt the game?
yeah, it's already done
Yeah.
that. It's already done that. Like
So
he
then-
mentioned Man City, like Manchester City. They tried to institute financial fair play rules, and Man City just broke all of them over and over and over again, and were never held to account. And then they're finally having a ruling this year. But Manchester City has won 5 out of the last 6 Premier League titles during that time frame where they were committing all of those infractions.
Right.
So, hey, somebody's got a thunderstorm going.
It is a helicopter.
Oh, okay.
But
So
They're looking
then-
for you. They're like, we're going after this Catholic motherfucker.
he's the one who said it. He's the one who said it. We heard him.
Yeah.
Get him now.
Yep.
So the question is in the past, no other team in the Premier League is winning 5 out of 6. Not even Manchester United in their heyday were winning 5 out of 6.
Yeah.
So that tells you what it does, So, I mean, in the Premier League, it's really kind of ruined the competition. It's almost impossible to keep up.
So can
But
I
a
ask
lot
a soccer question?
Yes.
What's
mean,
the
I'm gonna
difference
guess.
between Manchester City and Manchester United?
So every city in England has at least one soccer club, professional soccer club. London has like 20. Okay. If you were to see a map of like top level professional soccer teams, if you saw the map of London, there's like 20 different professional clubs there. And at any given time, they could, 5 or 6 of them, maybe 7 of them are in the Premier League, in the top tier. But as far as Manchester United and Manchester City go, there are other teams other than those two in Manchester. But those two teams have been one's on one half of Manchester, the other's on the other half of Manchester. Okay.
So it's like Madrid and Real Madrid.
It's like Atletico Madrid and Real
Yeah.
Madrid. Yes.
So where is Fulham?
Fulham's in London, I think. Actually, Fulham might be in Fulham.
You know who owns Fulham?
Ryan Reynolds.
No, Shad Khan.
Oh,
Oh, that's right.
that's right. Ryan Reynolds owns Wrexham.
Wrexham.
Yeah,
They're in Wales.
Sumner, if you don't know who Shad Khan is, he's the owner of the Jaguars.
Okay.
Yeah, he owns the Fulham Football Club.
Is he the outright owner of Fulham?
He is the outright
Yep.
owner. Yeah.
Oh, right.
And he tried to buy Wembley.
He did.
Yeah, he tried to buy Wembley.
That's
a
not
couple years
shocking,
ago.
man.
That'd be
Yeah.
such a gangster move. Just like, hey, I'm gonna buy Wembley.
Yeah, it's in London. Yeah, London.
He
Well,
he
you
has
know, The
soccer
this-
games that happen at the stadium here. And-
yeah,
and
what's hilarious is they sell out.
They do.
Does he have a stake in Orlando FC?
No.
no.
Orlando City?
Mm-mm.
Okay, so nothing good happens in Orlando. Okay,
Nothing.
not a fucking thing. And but I mean, this is kind of on soccer. He tried to buy Wembley because he wanted the Jags to play there exclusively when they go to London, because he has a deal with the NFL that pays the Jaguars a shit ton of money to play
Mhm.
one game, at least one game over there. And he signs a contract for like 7 years, right? So, but they kept the NFL kept making us play in this other stadium called Tottenham or whatever, you
Mhm.
know.
They have an incredible stadium.
Right, but Shad Khan didn't want him to play there
He wanted
because
to be
I'm
in
willing to
Wembley, yeah.
bet his London house is like in the parking lot of fucking Wembley, you know. So he wanted them to play there, but they kept putting them over there. Like last year, we played the Bills in no, we played the Falcons in Tottenham, and we played the Bills in
Wembley.
Wembley, and like this year we're playing the Bears in Wembley. That's our home game, but we're also playing an away game because Shad Khan the NFL hates the Jaguars, so we had to play 2 games in London, while everybody else, but one's away and one's home.
Yep.
Well, hey, there's that stinking Mexico game. That's going to be interesting.
What
two
about the
green teams that
Brazil
aren't-
game?
There's a
Yeah,
Brazil
the Brazil
game.
game. The Brazil game where they're not allowed to wear green.
Yeah, exactly.
Packers and the Jets.
Yeah, Packers
So,
and Eagles.
Oh, Packers,
And they can't wear
Packers and
green.
Eagles. Right.
Yeah.
Speaking of Wembley, there is one of the 4 of us sitting in this room right now who has been in Wembley. What was that like, St. Joe?
It was incredible. It was amazing to walk into Wembley and see the stadium was absolutely incredible, and it was full. There was 97,000 people there.
Wow.
And
Can
it
you
was-
imagine what kind of moneymaker that stadium would be?
I went to see Taylor Swift.
Oh.
Summer's like great. Yeah,
You're
I
one
made
of
a bet.
them.
I made a bet with my wife that she could not get Taylor Swift tickets, and I learned that I never bet my wife anything. And yeah, so we went to London and saw her, and I mean, it was incredible. Her stage setup is great, and it was credible. But to see everybody, just to walk in and yeah, but I would rather have seen Coldplay or anybody else, sure. But it was great. It was crazy. But
Coldplay in Wembley, that'd be pretty freaking sweet.
it would be Ed Sheeran would have been better. I wouldn't have cared, but yeah, it would have been great. But it was fun. It was just to see everybody yelling and screaming and singing and doing everything. It was pretty amazing. The open air and everything was just pretty wild. Oh, nice. Exactly. It was crazy, but yeah, I cannot even imagine being there for a soccer game or football game and hearing the crowd.
Why, our team just played there last week.
Yeah.
Hey, so Kev, a question for you.
Yo,
I guess for you and St. Joe. With the World Cup taking place in US, Canada, and Mexico, are you guys gonna try and catch a game? Show any interest in the sport?
I'd like to go. You know, I think of soccer like a lot of people. I think of baseball, where I could sit and watch a game from the pregame to the end on TV, and I could be happy. Give me a sandwich, give me a drink, and don't talk to me. But a lot of people that I know can't do that with baseball. It's too slow for them. But they enjoy going to the park and watching a baseball game. I think a lot like that. Like, you're not going to catch me watching. I'll watch like the U.S. men's national team, U.S. women's national team. I watched a little bit of the Olympics. I watched that one tournament that was before the Olympics.
Heroes.
Yeah, and but I really enjoy going to them because I think it's very interesting. And I think about this about hockey too. It's very interesting because I think hockey, similar to, and I appreciate this being the Braves fan I am, that hockey, similar to soccer, you have some really passionate fans, that will. I mean, these people in soccer, I watched this one game as Argentina and somebody, and those countries didn't like each other at all. And it was in Miami, and they were coming to blows. Yeah, like entering, like game was like 2 hours away. They're coming to blows like entering the stadium down there at
Mhm.
Hard Rock. And it was like a mad dash to a freaking AC/DC concert when they were at their height. I don't know, or the Who concert in Cincinnati that 12 people got killed at.
Yeah.
So I think that's exciting. It's fun to watch the crowd. I could care less who wins. My problem with soccer is a couple things and I know the rules. My son played it for years on a traveling team. My thing with soccer is you never know when it ends. I mean, that's my number one problem. When is this going to end? I don't know. Well, it seems like, what do you think it ends? Well, sometime tomorrow, it seems like, I mean, but yeah, I would like to go. I believe one of the games is in Miami.
Actually, I
Yep.
think
And-
the quarterfinal round. So
But I'm-
one side of the tournament, the quarterfinal round. So there's 4 or 5 games, I think, in my maybe 2 or 3. But
I think one of the rounds is in Atlanta as well.
I
yeah,
think you're right.
Yeah.
the final is in MetLife Stadium.
I would love for an excuse. Number one, you can't drag me to Miami. But I would love an excuse to go to Atlanta and watch it. I know where if they play it in the soccer stadium, they may play it in the Mercedes Benz, but if they play it,
I think it'll have to be on live grass.
Well, they have a soccer stadium because they have a women's league.
The stadiums that they use will
franchise
have
there,
to be they'll have to be football venues essentially. So maybe they might. And what's funny is I know that they played some games. I feel like they threw down some real grass on fields that were going to be or that were originally turf during the Copa America. They held that venue here in the States trying to prepare for the World Cup, which didn't really go over that great, but
They can make anything happen.
Where they could play it. They could play it in Atlanta. They could play it at Truist.
yeah, I mean it's something.
Yeah, right now in the outfield.
I think everything's set
Yeah.
in stone. I don't know. I do know that there's several games in Miami. I know that there's at least 1 or 2 games up in New Jersey.
Miami's a hotbed for soccer.
Yeah, and then there's 1 or
Yeah.
2 in LA. Everything else is in Canada or Mexico. But I know the
They
final.
could play it in Daytona. Right
That
in the
would be-
infield.
Dude, did you see where the Braves and the Reds are going to play in Bristol?
That's awesome.
Bristol Motor Speedway next year.
That's awesome.
Braves and the Reds.
That's
So,
amazing. I love
in
that.
20
That's great.
2026, the U.S. is in Atlanta, Boston, Dallas, Houston, Kansas City, Los Angeles, Miami, New York, New Jersey, Philadelphia, San Francisco, and Seattle.
I guarantee you, Boston
Does
is
it-
in
Does it tell you the venues?
Fenway.
Doesn't say the venues, but Mexico
Yeah,
has
Patriot Stadium.
Guadalajara, Mexico
Could
City, and Monterrey, and then Canada will have Toronto and Vancouver as host cities too.
Yeah, I bet you it's Foxborough. I bet you're right. Boston.
It's going to be Foxborough Stadium.
Yeah.
Guaranteed. They
Yeah.
like that stadium for sure.
Well, okay. Read the cities again one by one.
All right, so for the United States, there's
Yeah.
Atlanta.
Okay, it's got to be Mercedes-Benz. They're going to bring.
It's got to be.
They'll bring in real
bring in
grass
real grass.
for
Okay,
that
next.
venue. Yeah.
Boston,
Okay, probably Foxborough.
Foxborough.
Dallas,
Texas in
that'll be a
AT&T
Jerry
Stadium.
Jones
You
Stadium.
think they
Yeah.
play that in Jerry's World?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I think they will. That's the only
Houston.
stadium that's indoors down there that'll hold over 100,000 people.
Well,
kind of interesting
won't
that
the,
Dallas and Houston are on the list.
Well,
Yeah, they're both indoor stadiums.
Could they not
Mm.
play it where they play the Red River Rivalry?
They could play it at the
Bowl?
Cotton Bowl. That holds
Mhm.
100,000 people.
Yeah.
They could be at the Cotton Bowl because that's an outdoor real
In
field.
Houston, they're going to play it where the Texans play because that's
Yep.
got natural grass.
Is
Yeah.
that
Kansas
NRG
City.
or whatever? Yeah.
Yeah.
So Arrowhead will get a game with Kansas City.
Yeah.
Yep.
Los Angeles,
That'll
They
be-
have
So-
they have a
SoFi.
they'll probably play at SoFi.
SoFi.
Yeah, that's got natural grass as well.
I'll play that in
100%
SoFi for sure.
SoFi.
Absolutely.
Miami. I think they play that where the
And
Dolphins play.
Hard Rock. Yeah.
Hard Rock. Yep.
I
Yeah,
still call
Hard
it
Rock.
Joe Robbie Stadium.
Yeah, it's Hard
Yeah,
Rock
yeah,
for sure.
Hard Rock. Yeah.
New York and New Jersey.
That's
MetLife.
MetLife. Yeah.
MetLife. Yeah.
That's where the
Yeah.
final is. MetLife's the final.
Yeah.
Philadelphia,
Play at the link.
They could burn wherever that's going.
Yeah.
Um,
Let me tell you about the fucking Philly fans.
then we have San Francisco.
They
Levi-
play-
probably
Levi's.
I
Levi's,
think they play that Levi. Yeah.
Yeah.
and then Seattle.
Yeah.
At the
Well,
Seahawks.
Yeah. I would think. Yeah, because they don't. Well, they do have a female soccer team in.
No, they'll
but
play-
that's-
they'll play it
that-
at the big
That thing
NFL
seats
stadium.
like 30,000 people.
Yeah,
it's
they'll
the
play
same
it at
one that,
Seattle.
like in LA, they got it too. But you remember because the Chargers played there,
Yeah.
before SoFi was
Yeah,
built, and
that's true.
and it only sat like 30,000 people.
You know, we got the United States. LA is hosting the next Olympics, and then in 2032, Utah has the Winter Olympics.
Well,
We got
LA
quite a
is
slate
just
going on here.
incredibly busy the next 3 years because they got FIFA, they got Super Bowl, and they have there's one more thing.
Wasn't the Super
Wasn't
Bowl
the Super Bowl
in
just
LA?
there? Yeah.
Super Bowl's coming back to SoFi.
It is
Yep,
2 years in
Here-
a row.
it's
Here's a-
coming back.
Here's a great trivia question: what city has hosted the most Super Bowls?
New Orleans.
Negative.
Oh, Miami.
What city?
Miami.
Miami.
Yeah,
'cause
yeah.
it's in the South.
I was going to
So
say Miami
here's-
or Arizona.
Did you guys watch the closing ceremonies?
Oh.
Tom Cruise action.
Yeah.
Well, did you? I guess the question is, did you watch the handoff and the after closing where like Snoop Dogg sang and Dr. Dre
Yeah.
came out and did all that? So did
the
you
best part.
see?
There are no French.
It was
people.
the best part, in my opinion. Tom Cruise, big deal, whatever. Okay,
They
it's
didn't
great,
depict
but-
the Last Supper.
No, they didn't.
Okay. Did Snoop Dogg at any point during the handoffs did he light a joint on that thing? I mean, come on. You have
No.
a golden opportunity. You pay whatever
No.
fine. You pay for
You know,
whatever fine that is.
he had
and you
enough.
say,
He got paid $9 million to be a part of the
Jeez.
Olympics.
What I find funny
2 weeks
is
work.
that the last Olympics they banned that runner for smoking.
Sha'Carri Richardson.
For
Yep.
having weed in her system, and then this Olympics, Snoop Dogg is basically the fucking mascot.
He's the torchbearer, and he did it. But so they
Well-
announced a couple things, which I find fascinating. Maybe you will as well. One, breakdancing, one and done, not happening
Yeah.
again.
Yeah.
Done.
Wait.
Didn't work
Before you tell us the next one, did you watch the breakdancing?
Yeah, oh,
Yes.
So like
It
the
was
some of it was
yeah.
awesome, but like the Australian breakdancer,
a
looked
big
like-
deal. It was all interpretation and whatever. It was a lot of it. More of it was made out of it than it needed to be. But
it was.
I mean,
funny.
it wasn't great.
That's
It
all I was
was
gonna
not
say.
good.
Is I
It's
laughed
like the
pretty good.
floor gymnastics. I can't tell if they did good or not. You know,
Yeah,
I mean,
it wasn't-
they're just all flipping around. And how is that flip better than that flip? It's like fucking figure skating.
It
know,
wasn't
I
good.
mean,
It wasn't
know?
good. But it's sad to see breakdancing go. But I don't think it should have been
No,
there
it's not.
to begin with.
It's not. That's ridiculous. You know, I
So-
mean, you got more things to worry about than breakdancing, say Joe. Like, where are you going to get more shirts like that once the circus leaves town?
Oh,
Wow.
I'm just kidding.
Wow.
I'm joking.
That is just terrible.
I like
but
the shirt. You leave him.
I've
alone.
got like 4 more in the closet, just different
No,
colors.
you're
Kev, you don't have to worry about the Saudis driving a plane into your house.
Jesus. I'm gonna burn that
Yeah.
fucker down.
St. Joe's got a drone on the way.
Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah.
Coming soon is going to be flag football.
Hell yeah.
in the Olympics.
That's yes,
put-
in the
Put
Olympics.
T-Law in that
Flag
bitch.
football is going to be an Olympic sport. So that is going to be made up of all pros. You know damn well there's
Well, what's
going to
that?
be football players that are going to make up
Why not
flag
ultimate
football.
frisbee?
not ultimate frisbee.
Why
Flag
not,
football
though?
is coming.
Why
Here's the
flag
one that
football and
I
ultimate
found.
frisbee?
This is going to be interesting. Is that cricket is making its appearance in the Olympics?
How is that not already an Olympic sport?
Agreed. I don't know how it's not there, but cricket is going to appear at the LA Olympics.
How can you
Rest
play
in peace,
cricket and
Graham
not
Thorpe.
baseball?
What's that?
How can you play cricket and not baseball?
Well, baseball is coming back.
Oh, okay.
Baseball and softball are returning.
What
That's-
about extreme ironing?
Extreme ironing, not an Olympic sport, unfortunately.
Man,
It's
I
not.
wish they would make extreme eating an Olympic
No,
sport. I
no.
find that to be athletic.
No,
What about zorbing?
Bowling.
no, they're not. But baseball, softball, cricket, and there was one more that was coming. Man, and it was a good one. Cricket, and there was one more. I can't remember now. There was one. There was five ones that were adding back, but
Underwater basket weaving.
No, dodgeball.
It's
If you can
not.
dodge a wrench,
No.
you can dodge a ball.
Dude, could
No.
you imagine Olympic dodgeball?
I think
But
that'd
it
be
was
amazing.
it was a good one. It was like a pretty decent like sport where I'm like, how is that not in the Olympics?
We could get Ben Stiller to return his Dwight Goodman to lead the
It's
U.S.
Nobody makes me bleed my own blood.
Snake show.
It's not.
Yeah, it's squash.
It's not squash, is it?
I got it right here.
Have
Flag
y'all ever
football-
played squash?
Flag football and squash debut in 2028. Baseball, softball,
Lacrosse.
and cricket.
Yep.
How is lacrosse not in the Olympics already?
Yep. Lacrosse and squash and handball. I was thinking handball, but handball is already in there, but squash and lacrosse. I'm like, lacrosse will be fun too. But yeah, that's interesting that those are coming. And I'm like, okay. And so I'm kind of curious to see how those are going to play out. And then they showed the venues, of course, because LA has to do a lot. The Coliseum is going to be where the track is, which that's where it all started. Carl Lewis won a lot of medals there. And then this is the
He won the 100
most
and 200 there.
interesting. What's that?
Didn't he win the 100 and 200 in the
He
same
did. He won a lot
Olympics
of
that-
medals there.
at LA? Yeah.
He did. But here's the most interesting venue that I think is going to be crazy is SoFi Stadium is hosting the swimming.
Wow.
Yeah, they do that.
That will be insane.
So I'm
Yeah.
like,
Can I
what?
fill that stadium with swimming fans?
100,000 people. They
Dude, we
said
gotta
can
go
get in
watch.
there.
Yeah.
And so
Here-
can you imagine that they're basically taking out the field, building a swimming pool there.
That's crazy.
Dude,
That's
I would
going to be
love-
thunder.
I would
And
love to
and
watch
then
that.
they're doing that. So that's going to be wild.
Here's
That would be
another
so loud.
sport. Here's another sport that has not been cleared for LA. Boxing. The IOC has stripped recognition of the International Boxing Association for what it said was a failure to address finance and governance reforms, and the IBA has not been involved in the past two Olympic Games, probably because you have men posing as women. And they have delayed their decision until 2025 on whether to
Interesting.
include the sport. Yeah.
Hmm.
So boxing may not be included.
That's crazy.
Huh. That's interesting. That probably just came up.
Not
over the last
shocking
couple
after the
days.
controversy.
Yeah.
Really. Not shocking.
Yeah.
I
Well,
would
it'll be
assume they
very
wanna
fun to
avoid that.
see what happens in 2028 because I think it'll be some people's
Yeah.
last Olympics, like maybe Katie Ledecky's last one. Could be a few because I mean, it'll be very interesting. But it was fun. It was crazy to be there. It was fun to see. But it's one of those things now that we're like, do we go? 'Cause
St.
it's
Joe,
like
I
we
got a
that
question for
itch.
you, man. Can you you went to watch the swimming?
Yeah, a lot of them.
Can you imagine SoFi as the venue for Olympic
No,
swimming?
I can't because we where we were there was pretty cool, and I can't even imagine 100,000 people there with that cool of a venue. And then if we were to see that, by that time, the Jag Stadium should be close to being done, and the same
It's
people that
supposed to
built
open in
SoFi.
2028. It's supposed to be open in 2028. Yeah.
Okay, so the same people that built SoFi are building the Jag Stadium.
Wow.
Same designers or whatever are going to be the same people, so it should be pretty close to that.
Well, I cannot
Um,
imagine how loud that would get during
Oh
Olympic
my
swimming.
god,
That'd be
it was crazy. It was absolutely crazy.
Well, you know where they do the Olympic swimming trials, right?
Atlanta.
No, they don't. They do it in Indianapolis where the Colts play.
Oh yeah, they did
yeah.
it in India this time. Yeah.
No, usually they do it in Indy.
Yeah.
Usually the swimming
Lucas.
Olympic trials, yeah, they do in Lucas Oil, and
Yeah.
it's you could on YouTube you can find the time lapse video of them putting that pool in there.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool.
It's pretty wild how they
Yeah.
build it and everything. It's insane. But
Yeah.
yeah, it was. I just thought some of the stuff that they said they did was pretty neat, and I can't believe it's over, man. It was just
Yeah,
watching it, and I'm like,
It's like a
Man.
blink. Yeah. It was so much
And
fun to
cool.
watch too.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah.
And coming to LA, man, I might have to find a way to get. I hate LA. You
Oh,
guys
I
ever
can't
visited?
stand it,
I
but-
can't stand LA, but I've been over there. We visited San Diego. San Diego was awesome, but when
Yeah.
we ventured up into LA, I just could not handle it. It was just too much. It's too many people.
Then you got Salt Lake City in 2032.
That's a sweet city, by the
Yeah.
way. Salt Lake
Yeah.
City's a beautiful, beautiful venue. Absolutely beautiful.
You
So
know
there's
why
a
you
lot
hate
going on.
LA? You know why you hate LA? Because you hear a lot of this.
Nothing in my brain. That's what people say.
Mm-hmm. Maybe.
I will be in LA this week. This coming.
Nice.
Yeah. So
For work
yay.
or
Yep,
just for
for
fun?
work.
Yeah.
For work.
Well, that's awesome.
And
Yeah.
of course, the Braves are playing the Angels, so I'm gonna have to get some nosebleeds for that.
You know how many games Mike Trout has missed in the last 3 years?
All of them.
He's missed at least half the season the past 3 years.
And
not-
he's like your
he-
highest
he's-
earning baseball player.
He's not. No, Otani is.
Okay.
But he's not tradable.
No, not that contract. No.
He's not tradable. Because he's just going to get hurt.
No.
No,
You know.
LA kind of ruined him. I mean, too. I mean, they had such a great baseball player for a number of years, and before he started getting hurt all the time, and that poor fella's never going to see a World Series.
He should DH. That's what he should do.
Yeah,
Stop
he should do
playing
like
the
Ohtani.
outfield.
Yep.
Yeah. Stop playing the outfield and just DH. As he gets older, he'll probably DH. I would think. Like Marcelo Zuna. He's MVP candidate right out of the DH spot.
See, seeing before we get to our contractually obligated time frame, that is an argument I'm just fascinated by how you can have an MVP who's a designated hitter.
Good average, good.
But that's all he does, right? Shouldn't the
Yeah.
most valuable player be like your most? I mean, if a pitcher can't be your MVP,
That's a great trivia question. Who's the last pitcher to win MVP?
I have no idea. But
The
I mean,
last pitcher to win MVP.
Yeah.
but if your pitchers can't win an MVP, why can a designated hitter?
They can. They just
They
a
don't.
lot of times. Yeah, I mean they got their own award.
Right.
There's no designated hitter award.
Was
I
he
guess-
married
I guess
to
you're right.
a supermodel?
I mean, she's hot. I don't know if she's a supermodel, but I think she would more be classified as actress.
Actress?
And he's still playing.
Was he with the Astros?
He is with the Astros.
Yeah. What's
Verlander.
his name?
Justin
Yeah.
Verlander.
Verlander.
Yeah.
How many years ago was that?
Good 10.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. who won.
Kate something, right? Kate.
Hudson, yeah.
Hmm.
Right? Kate
No,
Hudson?
that's not
No.
right.
No.
Kate
Verlander, not Middleton.
It's not Middleton. Kate. She's
Kate
Swiss-
Upton. Kate Upton.
Upton.
Kate Upton. Yeah.
Hmm.
She's
Yeah.
not ugly,
No. What was the God? I just saw a clip. Oh God, what would he say? Oh God.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either. Why don't
Oh,
we
God, I
pause
gotta
a little
think of it
bit
now,
so
man.
the sound you hear is people clicking off and going.
Yeah, that's exactly what he says. I can't think of it. It'll come to me as soon as we click off the show because that's how it works. That's how my mind works. But that's fine.
Okay. Well, Sumner, what you got going on lately?
Just started a new job with a new company, raising a kiddo, and just kind of living life, you know.
Have you
Alpha
guys started
testing.
school out there now yet?
No, they start school here in about 2 weeks.
Okay.
So, yeah.
But his kid won't be going to school for a few years.
Right, for a
Yeah.
while, yeah.
But yeah, they still have another couple of weeks. I'm kind of jealous.
Yeah.
We started
Yeah,
today.
no. Just a lot of interesting, you know, life as a cameraman and a marketing person. You know, it's always something different. So,
Nice.
Yeah.
Cool.
so
Cool.
well, let me get out of your hair. You guys get on with
Hey,
the
man.
show.
Cool. Well, thank you for joining us. Thanks for joining the call-in show. One call-in. Yeah.
One call.
Appreciate you guys.
Thanks, man. Bye. For those of you that are joining us on our audio version, this is what you missed out on. You could have called in and talked shit as much as you wanted to. We would have let you say your piece as long as you had a take that wasn't stupid. And by stupid, I mean about the Mets or the Phillies. Because we don't put up with that nonsense on this program. But this is what you missed out on. So, we want to thank everybody for not watching and and not adhering to our call. So we'll handle you accordingly.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
Love,
I'm not sure what that means, but all right.
Yeah, they'll find out.
Okay.
Yeah.
The wrath of Kev.
It's not so much the wrath. It's just I don't get mad. I get motherfucking even though.
Oh boy.
Okay.
You better as
I'll
Kev put
go
it to
take a
me-
pain pill.
Kev put it to me earlier today in a conversation. You better prepare them for the cab.
So let me tell this real quick. So I was speaking to somebody, and I was supposed to meet somebody, and they weren't there. And we all know how the Kev feels about timeliness, and they weren't there. So I called another person, and I was very, very pointed on the phone with him. And he's like, "Well, you don't have to go over there." So, "Oh, no, I'm going." And I said, I am locked, loaded, and headed fucking motherfucking over there, and you better call this bitch and tell her to prepare for my arrival. he's like, dude, who do you think you are, Darth Vader? Like prepare my shuttle for a boarding party.
Prepare for my arrival.
Better prepare for my arrival.
Oh my god.
And I just thought, and then same person I was talking to, and we're supposed to have a meeting later on in the week. It's like, what are you going to say at the meeting? I said, I'm just going to say what I need to say to bend them to my will.
These are not the droids you're looking for.
Yes. Have you found anything yet? We ain't found shit. That's one of the funniest things in that movie.
They're making another one too.
I know they are. There's gonna be a couple movies that are coming out that I'm looking forward
Comb
to.
the desert.
Yeah,
Comb the
couple.
desert.
But yeah, there's a couple that are coming out. But yeah,
They say that Spaceballs is bad. It's not nearly as bad as Blazing Saddles.
oh my
I mean,
god,
not-
they can
not-
never make Blazing Saddles again.
There can never
Not-
be. Yeah,
never.
remake. Can you
Yeah.
imagine if they tried to remake that?
Oh,
Oh,
god.
dude.
No.
Dude, and even the producers with the Springtime for Hitler, I mean,
Yeah. No.
and I kind of want to see that play,
Yeah.
but
Well,
this
the
is
closest
problem-
it's come is probably Deadpool Wolverine. Is they said even some of the interviews they said is what was off limits, and they said pretty much nothing. There was a couple things that we had to cut, but they pretty much said you guys can do whatever you want to.
Uh-oh, that Florida feeling.
And so, yeah,
Ooh.
it was pretty much, you're open to whatever you can do. And yeah, I wish I some of the stuff in the clips that I've seen have just been unbelievable. So
Let's get ready to welcome in that Florida feeling real quick, and see if it kicks St. Joe off again.
yeah, this is what happened the last time.
Yeah,
Not do it on purpose.
Oh no,
go
it's all
go
good.
ahead, go ahead, caller.
What? Hey,
Hi guys.
can you still hear me?
You're doing that on purpose.
Yeah,
Stop.
What a fucking asshole!
Look, I'm not gonna join in ever again if you guys are gonna be like this.
It's all good.
No. See, we're not making fun of you. It's the other people that we invited to join that just told us to go fuck ourselves.
Okay,
know.
well, like you guys sent it in the freaking podcast share, and like I clicked on the link. So what do you want?
It's okay.
Ooh.
It's
Well,
just, you must have been
do you-
calling from
do you-
Orlando
do
the
you-
last time.
I am still calling from Orlando, FYI. Just saying, like
Is that why you're so
Wi-Fi is
salty?
still good from here.
Hey, Beebs, I got news flash for you. You ready
Uh-huh.
for it? You ready for it? Orlando sucks.
I used to
Okay,
live there.
hang on a minute.
So did
hang on a minute.
So did I. I lived there for a year.
Wait. I'm pretty sure that you got on a TikTok live a little bit ago and said hi.
I did.
And Orlando, just want to say that you were in an Orlando TikTok. I'm just saying.
I also did I
Did
did
he
I
speak-
not
did
say
he-
Orlando? Not a fan.
Did he,
I
did he
mean-
speak disparagingly of Orlando? Because I've never met him or heard him not say something disparaging about Orlando.
I don't
I
know.
ha-
I don't remember if he said hi or not. I just know he said can't stay long. Have to record a podcast.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
I just want
I-
to say that part.
I have contempt for Orlando.
I mean, that's
Yeah.
very obvious every time you're on my TikTok live, but I just you just said who wants to join, so I clicked on the thing, but like I can leave.
No.
Orlando is going to be very popular in about 2 years because that's where the new home of the Jags is going to be.
Right, because
If they
we've-
fucking put the
done-
fucking Jaguars there, I fucking swear to God.
Camping
Yes.
World Stadium, baby.
Okay,
Right, because
that's
you can
part of my
fit-
contempt. That place is a
but-
fucking dumpster. It's in the middle of the fucking hood.
oh, you don't want to drive down to OBT and pick up all the hookers as you go to the stadium? What?
Right next to Crime
No.
Hills.
Come on now,
Yeah,
like
they have hookers on OBT. What are these people you speak of?
oh,
yeah.
like you don't know. Come on now, like you've never driven down OBT and seen them in the broad daylight with their lovely outfits and their leopard print and their like hanging out broad titties. Come on now.
They're already dressed for the game. It'll be easy because in one half of the in the one side of the parking lot you can get a hooker and the drugs, and on the other side you can actually entrance into the game.
Right, like
And-
half the time you think they're already dressed for the game because they're in leopard print.
That's right.
What?
That's right. And then and then on the one corner the police station's right there, and then Amway State. It's the
Amway
worst place
Center.
to have.
It's called the Amway Center.
Well, whatever it is, it's
Actually,
the worst
it's
place
the
to
Kia
have a
Center
stadium.
now. No, it's the
Oh,
Kia
they
Center
changed it?
now.
Uh,
No,
Well,
let's name it right. It's the Kia
I-
Center.
I'm still calling Hard Rock Joe Robbie, so
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, all right. You know, call it what you
that-
got it.
I still call. What are we calling the Jaguar Stadium now? Everbank again?
Yeah, Everbank.
Yeah,
I'm
whatever
still
it
calling
is.
it the fucking Gator Bowl. You know, So
Yeah, they tore that gator down.
Yeah, it's gone.
Unbelievable, but
So
Yeah,
have you
yeah.
guys seen? This is about sticking on point. This is about Orlando, and you could always tell when Beebs is tired because he just doesn't talk anymore. But
It's worse today because
no, I feel you. I feel you.
I had
and-
kids for the first time, and all my energy is just gone. Like I had kids
Sorry.
for the first time teaching today in 3 months, so I'm just like gone. I'm toast. So
Yeah.
Well, I would thought all of us on here enjoy documentaries,
Mhm.
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So there's a documentary on Netflix right now about that dude who stole a bunch of money from the fucking NSYNC and the Backstreet Boys. And that
Yeah,
guy,
Luke Combs.
Yeah. Perlman. Yeah.
I learned something because my wife commandeered the television,
Oh.
and I had
Okay.
to watch it. I learned something. This guy bought Church Street Station.
Yeah. Yep.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
And one of my favorite bars in Orlando, and again, I lived there for the entire year of 1998. And one of my favorite bars there was a bar that had dueling pianos there.
Yeah.
And it was in Church Street Station.
Okay.
And I'm like, that's why it's not there anymore.
Right. Naturally. Yeah.
Fat ass, you know.
Yeah, they built 55 West right there.
Yeah.
That was a money suck right there. That thing, it's still, I can't believe it's still there, but yeah.
Oh no,
Used
it's
to be
alive and
Wahlburgers
well.
too.
Yep. Yep. Yeah, that place has changed so much. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's Orlando.
Yeah. It changes daily almost, I swear.
Yeah. Yeah.
Jody, do you have a take on your favorite sports team?
Me?
Yeah.
It won't be popular, but I can tell you what my favorite sports teams are. Are you sure you want to
Uh-oh.
hear them?
Uh-oh.
Okay, at your own risk.
Yeah, sure. I mean, I'll be unpopular. For football, it's the Philadelphia Eagles. We prepare. We prepare to lose. We understand we're going to lose. And when we won the Super Bowl, my entire neighborhood in Auburndale, Florida, knew that we won because I ran out in the street and went running around crazy because holy shit, we actually won.
Okay.
I'm going to give you that one. For baseball, I am a Yankees fan. I am a true Yankees fan. Nope. Wait. I'm a true Yankees fan. I appreciate the fact that baseball was a true.
No, we
Yankees
don't.
fan.
We don't need an
Jackie
explanation.
Robinson?
We know why the Yankees fans are Yankees fans.
No, I don't think that we buy. I mean, yes, now we buy our team, but like Jackie Robinson, number 47. I appreciate that.
Jackie
you know?
Robinson was number 42.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay, my husband just said thank you. He's inside.
You're welcome.
So apparently he's
You're
a little more
welcome.
of a sports fan. Well, then who the fuck was number 47? Why was 47
Isn't
47?
that
Tom Glavine was number 47.
Okay, Kev just gave you that one. Well, then why the fuck are they named number 47 and they say Jackie Robinson?
Because they don't.
Okay,
they
fine,
don't.
fair.
It's 42.
Okay, fair.
They
Fine,
don't.
whatever. But I'm a Yankee fan. Fine. I'm a fucking.
Weird history minute.
Oh, stupid history minute. If I'm gonna be in the studio and I'm gonna support it, you gotta get the damn name right. My husband just made a guest appearance on your podcast. There you go.
Wasn't 47 Mickey Mantle? Is that right?
No,
Is that
he was
right?
No, Mickey Mantle was number 7, I believe.
Well, then who the hell has ever been 47? Now that we're having a sports
Tom
minute?
Glavine.
Tom motherfucking Glavine.
All right. So nobody good. Cool. Great. We got that part. So, but yeah, baseball. I'm fine. Fuckers. Fine. There's your. Wait. Hold on.
Hey, you know
1
who wore
hour
47
and
for
13
the
minutes,
fucking
I
Yankees?
said that
Is
word.
fucking Luis Arroyo.
Oh, you could say it on this show.
Oh, I can't. Okay. Well, then fuck y'all. I'm a Yankee fan. There you go. I'm a fucking Yankees fan. Fuck y'all. I'm gonna say it again. Fuck y'all. Maybe another time. Hold on. So yeah, I'm a
What?
Yankees
Hey guys,
fan, but
you know,
I've been a Yankees
judging
fan
by the
since
way
I was
she
little.
talks, I know exactly why she's a Yankees fan.
Yeah, right. Fuck you. And I'm not even from New York, but it's gonna come out. Hold on. Right. This is like your 5 Dragons episode. Hang on, it's coming.
This is getting better.
Oh, did you listen to it, by the way? Did you
I
listen to
did
that
listen
episode?
to it. I did listen to it. Oh my god! I swear to God, you should have made that guy up. I swear to God, you should have. If you didn't, my God, you missed an
Oh.
you missed out on an opportunity.
Oh,
But
you mean like a
anyway.
Silence of the Lambs? Okay.
Like, oh, thank you. Oh, thank you.
Sirens of the Lambs.
Like, what the fuck, guys? But anyways, like, there's your thing.
Oh my
But
god.
anyways, so
Blowjob, next
anyway,
question.
but by the way, my husband's in the. Oh, there, Kev. There you go. There's my husband. He loves your. There you go. He just got your.
Alright.
There you go. There it is. He's
Alright.
actually a fan of yours. There you go.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Kev said thank you. By the way, since we're near you, we'll meet you for drinks one night.
So
Yeah,
since you're a
hell yeah.
Yankees fan, does that mean you're like you love Derek Jeter? Like you go to sleep with his jersey on?
No,
that
I
kind of
actually
thing.
don't even own.
Don
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 Mattingly.
Mattingly. Oh,
There
now
you
that's
go,
a
yeah, it
throwback.
is. Yeah, no, I'm actually like the reason I like the Eagles is Reggie White. So like,
Oh, there you go.
right,
that's a
you want to
throwback,
talk throwbacks? Most of my reasons I like these teams are like when I was little, not like now. Like Aaron Judge, great, probably a great player. Don't give a flying fuck. Not my fan.
Might be the best baseball
Jody.
player that ever lived.
Jody,
Right, not a
Don
fan.
Mattingly didn't wear 47 either. He wore 23.
Right, still not a fan of that one. Not gonna be my thing. By the way, if this gets a high rating, I damn well better get a at Florida feeling on this.
Oh hell yeah!
Just
Hell
saying.
yeah!
So
You might be in the fucking title.
right. For basketball, I used to like the Lakers because I loved Magic Johnson. I also loved AI when he was with the 76ers. But I kind of
That
fell
was
out
my,
of basketball.
That was
But,
my
like,
stripper name, by the way, too.
Yeah, my husband said it. I'm a huge Larry Bird fan, so like Boston Celtics all the way. Like, by right, there's so many stripper names in there. Like, just make them up. Just make them up. Just pick your name. Just pick your fucking. By the way, so because I'm in that Florida feeling, did you guys see the fucking thing where the guy ran the semi truck into the fucking strip club in Tampa?
Can I ask
Like-
what just happened to us?
That Florida feeling joined, and I am Florida woman, not Florida man. So I just took over, and bam, that's what happened. You're welcome.
Whatever it
We're
was,
all
it's
in
a
Florida, but
ratings
you guys
boost. That's all I can
did
say.
it, and I took over. That's what fucking happened. You're welcome.
hilarious.
You're
That's
fucking
right.
welcome. And if you get a lot of reviews off this, you're still.
Oh, we're gonna
fucking
get some
welcome.
reviews, but
You're
they'll be good. They'll be
welcome.
good. We'll be thankful for them.
Yeah,
Oh my
well, you're
God.
welcome. Like I said, title, just put my name in there. But no, like,
It's
I'm actually
at
a
that
huge-
Florida feeling on X.
yeah, that's all I
Yeah.
need.
Yeah.
But no, I'm actually a huge Larry Bird fan because even though the guy wasn't like a great basketball player compared to like Michael Jordan, he could still like he was an asshole, but he could run the floor.
Are
He
you
could run the
I mean, Larry
floor.
Bird might be one of the top 3 players of all time.
No,
But-
he was. But I don't mean it like let me see how to put this nicely. Like he could own the floor, but he was still a dick to his teammates.
You know,
Yes, he was. It's proven.
I'm pretty sure that Larry Bird didn't wear 47 either.
He didn't. He didn't. I have that jersey. He didn't. Nobody fucking wore 47. I just
No,
like the
Tom
hat.
Glavine wore 47.
We've
Okay,
already
look.
established you
All
wore
right, hold
47.
on, assholes. I like 47 because they have the snapback. They don't have the fucking. They have the adjustable hats. And as a woman who has a ponytail, the hats fit me better. Let's just go there. All right.
That's good.
I like the
I like that.
47 new era. Okay. And
There you
let's
go.
just there.
Well,
So,
which
like, the
one?
hats fit
47
better.
or New Era?
Both of them because they
Okay.
both have the adjustable hats.
All right.
They're
No,
not
I
fitted.
dig the 47 and New Eras as well.
Thank
Yeah.
you. See,
Yep.
somebody understood that. So at
Yeah.
Florida Feeling, again, just saying at Florida Feeling. So
I like it.
we've talked about football, we've talked about baseball, we've talked about basketball. What else do you want to know? Hockey. So hockey, I'm a huge Florida Panthers fan. Woo woo.
That makes sense.
Talked about them in an episode actually, but I'm actually also secretly a Pittsburgh Penguins fan. I love Crosby.
Hey.
Love Crosby.
How
Sorry.
could you not?
Right?
Yeah.
Love
Soon to be world
Crosby.
famous wife is from Pittsburgh.
Yeah, well, I love
Yeah.
Crosby, but which is funny because I'm a Philadelphia Eagles fan and then I'm a Penguins fan, so it's really funny because it's
So let
like
me ask
same
you this.
state, different
Look-
episode, different areas.
How do you feel about the season where the Steelers and the Eagles became one team, and they were called the Steagles.
Let's not talk about that.
Okay.
We're not going to talk about that because I'm pretty sure I'm only allowed so many fucks in an episode, and I'm pretty sure I'm close to that amount of fucks, and I think I just hit that amount. So we're not going to talk about that. And if you want to talk about that, you may have me on at another time, and I will hit that amount in 5 seconds because the Eagles are the Eagles and the Steelers are the Steelers, and we are just not going to go there because no.
Okay.
Okay.
We'll
Because-
take that.
No,
Yep.
I am an Eagles fan. I am not a Steagles fan, and I am not a Steelers fan.
I wonder
No.
who wore the number 47 for the Steagles.
Oh God,
I
you know
don't know. I don't know. I have no idea. But I do know that Reggie White is a great player. That's what
Yeah.
I
He
can
is.
tell you.
It was.
Yeah.
yes.
He was.
Re- Rest his
And
soul.
I am really sad that he retired with the Carolina Panthers as opposed. Fuck you too.
The Panther.
Which my husband's a Carolina Panthers fan, so that's where that came from. But he retired with the Carolina Panthers as opposed to the Philadelphia Eagles and even or the Green Bay. But
Whoa.
he died long after 2 years after he retired. So
Yeah.
yeah, that's where that came from.
So
Yeah.
with the Philadelphia Eagles,
Yeah.
they had Jason Kelsey as their center. He
Correct.
retired.
Yes, I know.
And his brother is
No,
Travis
don't go
Kelsey,
there. Don't do it. Don't do it.
and he's fucking.
No,
That's
no.
what people say.
Yes, fucking no. I'm gonna use up all my fucks here. So look, let me
Oh, I thought we
explain
already
this to you.
did that. Oh, we started again. Okay.
Yeah, we're fucking starting again. I don't care about Taylor Swift. I'm from Nashville. Let me give you a backstory.
Yes.
I am originally from Nashville.
I can make 'em stay.
I moved to Florida 11 years ago. Taylor Swift can go fuck herself because she is not country music. Like, she's just not.
Hey, you want a stupid history minute?
Do we,
Subject?
what was our stupid history?
Do you know who was Taylor Swift's?
Yeah, okay.
One of her.
Yeah, actually, this is a good minute for you, Kev.
Babysitters.
Yeah,
Do you know this?
yeah, I do. I do. Kev, do you know who Taylor Swift used to work for as a?
One of his the babysitter for a famous wrestler. Do you
Yeah.
know who this is?
Do you know who this is?
Hulk Hogan.
Hulk Hogan.
No.
Jeff Jarrett.
Yes.
Jeff Jarrett.
nice.
Wow.
Yes. And do you
Wow.
know he knows that, but do you know why I know that? Because Jeff Jarrett is a family friend.
But also, Disco. Am I on this thing?
Yeah, the video's
The
on.
Disco Inferno, if you know who that is, would
Yeah.
go
Yep.
to Jeff Jarrett's house, and Jeff's like, put a shirt on.
Yeah, that's
It's like
true.
the-
That's a true story.
Yeah.
Because I grew up in Nashville and TNA was in Nashville and Jeff Jarrett founded TNA and that's where I'm from.
Taylor Swift was the.
And Taylor Swift used to be their babysitter.
Yep.
Oh, nice.
Sorry to tell you.
Before he was a Karen Angle.
Yeah, so before Jeff Jarrett married Karen Angle, which is Kurt Angle's actual ex-wife.
Right.
So this is still sports, technically, if you want to call it that.
This was not
Wrestling.
an avenue of sport I thought we would go down, but I am
There
like
you go.
WWF. Yeah.
Buckle up, Buckaroo. If you're a South Park fan, you got that reference. Buckle up. Some of you remember Barry's because here we go. He married Karen Angle after his wife died of cancer, and Taylor Swift was his babysitter. Taylor Swift got a contract based on her family's wealth. She was his babysitter.
Yep.
Yeah, sorry to tell you. And then he actually stole Karen Angle from Kurt Angle. That's a
No.
true story.
No.
Well, they were kind of separated. We're gonna say kind of separated. And they got married.
Were they
and
fucking?
Then, yeah, that's a nice way to put it. They were fucking. You can say fucking. You can say friends with benefits. You say whatever the fuck you want because it's unfiltered. There you go. And which is funny because I don't actually cuss on my podcast, so people don't hear this side of me. So
I know I listened to one of your episodes. It might have been I listened to one of your
Just
episodes where
one?
you guys cursed.
okay, hold on. You've only listened to one of my episodes. Now I'm kind of pissed.
No, I said I listened to
I-
one of your episodes where you
Okay.
cursed.
I
I
was like,
listen-
you've only
yeah,
listened to one.
you-
Now
you
I'm kind
did-
of mad.
You did
But,
curse
um,
on the one that had Q on it.
Yeah, that's the one I. that's
Oh,
the one I referred to.
Q
The
is
other
my
one,
best
Yeah.
friend, by the way. So yeah, that's totally accepted.
that's not the only one
Um,
that I've listened to. I'm just saying that's the one that I remember. you
Okay.
cussing on.
I just want to make sure that I was like, if you've listened to at least 3, I'm okay. But anyways, 3 is the minimum.
Well, then we're
Um,
okay.
But then we're fine. But anyways, so yeah, like growing up in Nashville and having TNA, who's founded in Nashville, with Dacey Carter, who is a nut job. We're gonna put that nicely. Yeah, with wrestling and all that, because this is sports. Yeah, that's Taylor Swift's. That was her job, was to babysit Jeff Jarrett's kids, and now she's dating Travis Kelce. But let's not talk about the long line of other guys she's just run through to have like a hit line of albums. Sure, yeah. Let's not mention the fact that her soon to be possible brother-in-law actually has a Super Bowl ring and did decent in his time with the Eagles. But yeah, let's talk about that. Sure, let's go back to that.
Man, we hit every single point there. I think.
You're
Well,
welcome.
hey,
You're
we did.
welcome.
what guy was she talking about when she sang this?
Which part? Because she's talked about Jake
Wrong,
Gyllenhaal.
wrong song.
She's talked about Harry Styles. She's talked about Schwarzenegger's kid or Maria. Huh?
Has Loki been in one?
Yeah, Loki, whoever played the guy that played Loki,
His,
he's
his
been
name
in
is
one.
Tom Hiddleston.
Yeah, that guy.
Yeah.
The British fuck, he's been in one.
Easy, easy. I like that guy.
I like
Yeah,
it
he's-
too, but
Although
Yeah.
I just saw Deadpool and Wolverine today. That was pretty good.
That was a good movie.
That was a good movie. I was
Yeah.
finally, because I read Deadpool from when I was like younger,
Yeah.
and the only thing I was mad about is I can't wait. I wish that they would do that Deadpool married Death. I loved that part of the comics. But anyways, back to sports. So Jason Kelsey belongs in the Eagles or the Sports Hall of Fame, Canton, Ohio, which I've been to, which is really cool. But yeah, Taylor Swift can go fuck herself with sports. That's what we're going back to. To circle back to the point you tried to bring up to me and piss me off with, she can fuck off with that. So that's my answer to you.
There you go.
all right, I'll let her know.
Yeah, please do. In a strongly worded comment from that Florida feeling.
When she sends in her lawsuit letter for
Yeah.
using her music on our podcast,
Please do.
I'll
And
let
you
her
know
know.
what? If
Hey,
you
I didn't
choose-
play it longer than 30 seconds.
Yeah,
I didn't play it longer than 30 seconds.
No,
but
you're
if
good.
you do, please choose "Cruel Summer" because that's the song I absolutely hate. Please choose that one.
Yes.
That one. Please choose.
Yeah.
Yeah, because she chose to go. I remember when I was still living in Nashville, and she chose to tell the Country Music Hall of Fame because my grandma has stuff to do with the Country Music Hall of Fame still for whatever reason. She is no longer country; she is now pop. So choose "Cruel Summer" because it's not country; it's now pop. So we must choose that song. Yes.
Now, is this a country song?
Which one?
Yeah.
Like which one? Like if you're whining about being divorced, fishing, your dog, or your wife leaving you, it's probably a country song. That's the main. That's
What's
the
the-
main component.
what's the old joke? The old joke is, what do you get back if you rewind
Yeah.
through a country song?
Man, you get your dog
Yep.
back, your wife
You get
back,
your dog
truck
You
back,
get your
your
dog,
truck
your
back,
wife,
your wife back.
your beer, and your boat. Yeah, that's
Yep.
probably it. Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah, and that's just me. I think I just hijacked your show. I'm sorry.
It's okay. I was
yeah.
getting ready to tell everybody I really got to go to
Okay.
bed.
Kev's,
Yeah.
or Beeb's got to go to bed anyway.
Yeah, sorry guys.
Yeah.
I just thought about that. I'm like, I came on and hijacked your show again for the second time this
That's
week.
okay. It was glorious.
Yeah, you're
it's the
welcome.
best part of
I'm
the fucking
not-
show.
Yeah, I'm not Five Dragons. I'm not. But
You're
that was a good
close.
one. But
close.
that was worth it to have a Taylor Swift rant. So thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
Yeah.
problem.
No, it's
No
all
Yeah.
good.
Well, thank you for joining us.
Yeah, you're
We
welcome.
we
I appreciate it.
You,
Yeah.
You're welcome anytime. We're gonna do Collins shows once a month.
You're gonna
Yeah.
stop sending me the links. I feel like that's what's gonna happen.
Oh, no,
But
no,
since
no,
you
what-
are the only show that showed up, well,
Yeah.
you know, hey,
Yay,
you all
I
should
don't get
listen
made fun
to
of this
that.
week.
You all should listen to that Florida Feeling.
yeah.
Yep,
She's-
please listen to me.
Great
Every
podcast.
Friday. Yep.
Great podcast. Not as
Thank
much
you.
cursing, but good podcast.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah. So cool. Well, thanks for joining us. We'll catch you soon.
Yeah, thank you guys.
All right. Have a good one.
Later.
Bye, guys.
All right.
Whoa, like a Texas tornado there.
Yeah. That
A
was
Tennessee
fun.
tornado.
That was fun. I wish we would have done that the whole show.
Wow.
Yeah, that was fun. Beeps, real quick, what you got going on finding your way?
I haven't decided which person I'm using yet, but it might be a dead president.
Okay. You know who I think you should do?
No, but tell me.
Got nothing in my brain.
Yeah.
Hmm, probably
Yeah.
not.
You know,
She might make honorable mention. We'll see.
her contribution to humanity.
To humanity.
you know,
To her bank account, you mean?
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, but St. Joe, what you got going on? Nailed it.
I think I'm gonna do top Taylor Swift songs.
Okay. You should do top athletes that wore the number 47.
That's it. That's it. Athletes that wore the number 47.
That has to be the name of the episode.
Oh my god.
47.
Who wore 47?
I'll figure out something. An ode to that Florida feeling.
Yeah, or name it Florida fucking feeling. Yeah.
We'll figure
Hey,
something out.
Anyhow, go check out Nailed It and Finding Your Way in the Stupid History Minute, and please go check out that Florida Feeling. And they can all be found same places. If you don't know where to find it, go to unfpod.com along with 20 something other podcasts or something there for everybody. So Beebs is sleepy and I'm tired of talking. But that was a fun one. I love it when it goes off the rails like that.
Yeah.
For St. Joe, for Beebs, my name is the Kev. We'll catch you guys next week.
Catch you on a flippity flop.